We're going into year 4, and at this point, we are running the organization like a well-oiled machine. So, we got to help our guy, the Red Rocket, Sam, get to a bigger club. So, first things first, we're going to add him to the transfer list. Now that he's 18 years old, I feel like that 2.5 is a low number for him. Then we got this guy, Paulson, who he's a good young player, 23 years old. He's a 7'3 overall. But him being a midfielder, I see no way for him to really play with all these young guys that we got coming up right behind him. So we'll help him get to a bigger and better situation. Next thing, we got to get our scouts out there. And quick interruption. So I finally figured out what I was looking for. It wasn't someone that scored 50 goals in 50 appearances, because that is ridiculous. I went through all the different lists in the EPL, La Liga, everywhere, and I couldn't find it. So it ended up being that it was a guy who had just as many goals as appearances. So it wasn't 50. That's why I couldn't find it, and I was going nuts. Just thought I'd let y'all know, because ended the last episode like scavenging or frantically trying to find it. So our first two scouts are going to go to South America, Argentina and Brazil respectively. And right now we don't have a specific player that we need to get. We're really just trying to get more talented players on the roster. I think there might be, but they don't seem so. So obviously Kevin Winger is going to go back, or I wouldn't say go back. He's going to stay in America and do his work, God's work, getting us the best American players possible. So Sam gets an offer from Hertha. It's a small German club in terms of their budget and their name recognition, but for him, it's great. Go back to Germany, build your name in your home country. Now Paulson gets an offer from Bolton, so that's easy. Don't matter what they give me, we're going to get him to the EPO. So one thing I wanted to look at real quick was, Hertha, to me, they're not going to win nothing in the Bundesliga, but it's a good little spot for him. Even to just be a part of the national team eventually, they say, okay, cool, he really is German. He ain't all foreign. So now we're at that point where we're going to sign our 17-year-old. So Nuno, to me, man, bro, he been legit for a little minute, since he was like 14, I believe. Then we got Meyer, one of the first good young Americans. Not the first, one of the. Then we got our boy Mason Magellan from Brazil. So we got a couple of Brazilians, man. Now we getting right now. Finally, low key. Then we got Fachito. That boy gotta be from Jersey or something. Ain't no way. That boy definitely Italian with that last name. Then we got Ty Garza. I'll say he from somewhere like Texas. Gotta be with that last name. Maybe California. And then we got Tyler Clark gonna be good for us. But we got Zach Evans. That definitely sounds like somebody from Colorado. And then earlier there was Meyer. I don't know. That's Urban Meyer. I don't know where he from. Shoot, he probably from wherever he from. Low key family. But we're gonna keep it moving. And I haven't done that to this point, kind of figure out where these guys are. Like I've said before, I'm not high on like fantasy stuff. But we got another offer for Ryan Maduro, and he's somebody that we have no use for. He's a 58 overall, so being 29 years old, bro, you could take yourself and pack your bags and get on over to San Jose, because you damn sure ain't gonna never play for us. So as you see here, I kind of goofed a little bit, and this is what happens early in the series always when you're trying to figure out how to do stuff. So we're playing in the Copa America, and this is the only footage of that, just because it all came up as we were trying to sell a player. That's the only reason it's a part of the whole series. If I were to pay more attention and realize what was going on, I would have shown you all of it, but I didn't. Literally, I had no idea that there was actually a tournament name right there on the bottom left of your screen, and I ended up simulating it all the way through, and then we get to August where we're focused on the U.S. Open Cup. So that's my bad. Obviously, I'll try to do a better job because I don't even know if we won that. I don't know what happened with that. I just simulated. So now we got somebody different that we get to go up against finally, which is Colorado. And I mean, it's going to be the same result. These teams are no match for what we got going on right now. And you got these young guys, man. They taking over the MLS, and it's really like a jack move, to be honest. It's not even no longer a, hey, well, it's a few of us trying to get some playing time. No, like, it's all of them. They going crazy. So now, who's going to fill the void left by our boy Sam? It's probably going to be Cool because we went from Javi, and like I said, Bezo didn't get to play. So we went straight from Javi to Sam, and now we got to replace him with another young gun. So my bet is on Kulwik, the big dude from the Netherlands, big blonde from the Netherlands, because he came in the same time with a couple other guys. But from what I've seen so far, and kind of what I remember a little bit about when I recorded this stuff, I think it is going to be him. Has to be. Been here for a little bit. All the core guys been here from since basically, 2012, 2013? They all been here. So that's the crazy thing that I didn't think about when I created this whole, what would I call it, universe, I guess, is that these guys are playing at 16, 17 years old in the MLS. And once I sell them to a new team, I kind of reset their statistics, but not really. Like, if you ever go on a Wikipedia page, I guess they don't show youth academy stats, obviously, for players, but if they played, like, you see here, we got Nuno, Kulwik, Collado, Alonso, Meyer, Lopez, and Sua, and we got Murray. So, like I said, that's 8 young guys, like it should be. But if you go look at their stats, it's going to show you that they played in the MLS, for example. But I don't know, man. Right now, I ain't worried about the technical side of a lot of this stuff. I'm more so worried about y'all knowing where these players came from, how we found them. And like I said, I'm not going to do no fake stuff like, yeah, man, he was living in Brazil and they were 16 in one house and they had to share their plate of food. Like, I ain't about to do all that fake stuff. But Collado gets the goal. Bruh, he really froze him. That was literally like a crossover. It was slow as hell. But that's what we needed right there. And then we got our boy Chabi. He's like that. I just don't like his number. Boy out here wearing the Adrian Peterson number, which is kind of crazy. Chris Johnson number, playing soccer. But it's all good because I might have talked about it before when I seen like DC United or Toronto where them boys was wearing 80s and 90s. And there go Nuno, our young guy from Brazil. So far, we got 2 Brazilians that scored, and then Chabi's an Argentinian. So it makes sense when you go look at where we just sent our guys to go recruit and scout. Keep bringing them guys in, bro. They're very talented, and I've always known that. I might have already touched on it. When I was younger, Brazil was that team, right? And then, because I realized after like a little bit of research, the first World Cup I really saw was 2006 with Italy and France, the final. I didn't watch the whole World Cup, but I did watch that game, and I was probably, 13? The first whole World Cup I watched was 2010, and I've been watching it every year since. I think, I'm going to be honest, I didn't really watch this last one. What's the last one? 2022? Yeah, I'll be honest, I really didn't watch that, bro. I don't know what I was doing. I had to been coaching or something because it comes on when, like, June, July-ish. I had to been busy, bro, because I don't know how I didn't watch it. And That is true. 22, I was doing a lot. I was moving around. Oh yeah. And then where I lived, we didn't have no goddamn service in Alamogordo where we was living in the damn hills. We had deers and we had coyotes, but we ain't had no service. But either which way, been watching the game long enough. Chabi is our man of the match. And like I said, it's good to go recruit Brazil and Argentina. Now, Argentina, reason why I brought that up is I believe they won in 2022. They are kind of newer to success, in my opinion. I mean, obviously, that's not the 100% truth because everything I say ain't the word of God. But those two countries, they produce really good attacking players. And so now we got some boys injured. Obviously, they got to reschedule matches. $45,000, man, that money ain't shit. Now in real life, if I get $45,000 tomorrow, I'll be a happy man. But like in the world of soccer, yeah, that money ain't shit. Now we got an offer for Lewis Murray, and to me, he got to take this EPL opportunity with West Brom. It's not even nothing to think about. He's a 72 overall. He's 18 years old. Best case scenario for him going to the EPL at that young of an age, being an American, that is like unprecedented. So he's gonna have every opportunity. I don't feel like West Brom is a great English club, so he'll have his opportunity to play and prove himself. So now we got to send some more scouts out. They're back, and we're going to be sending them to just a little bit different. Guess we're gonna be sending them back to Spain. Haven't done that in a while. And I think we're going to start looking for defensive players because remember, I said we only had like 20 guys on the team when the season started. So, shoot, we need to figure something out. We need to get some replacements in there, especially at, the defensive positions because we haven't been able to bring anyone in. So, yeah, we're going to go to Mexico. That should be a specialty for Pablo Mascaro. And let's get some defensive players because we need it right now. These guys aren't going to be our typical stars or anything like that. These are our players like, for example, Murray that we just sent off that we just need for depth purposes. So we got an offer for Ryan Miera, and we're going to send that goalkeeper to Blackburn, another EPL situation. And again, we're making our team be a destination, especially for young American players. They're going to want to come play for us. And you see here, we're just trying to simulate, get through certain things. And we get, what is that, Chicago? Like I said, I always complain that we play the same people. So finally we get a little bit of a different challenge. And like I said, it ain't going to be much of a goddamn challenge. Because this is the U.S. Open Cup. So it's literally one game. Who these guys they got? Hey, man, at this point, it really don't matter who they got, man. We just got to play our game, worry about us, focus on what we do well. And going back to what I was saying earlier, bro, lost 2 days of recording, bro. First day, it was raining, so all you heard was... And I hate to reenact it in y'all ear right now, but... Bruh, I was like, ain't no way I'm about to record with that bull crap in the background. And then yesterday, it was so windy, bro. A tree fell. Well, okay, see, I be lying, huh? So a branch fell on my car, kind of dented it. So now I'm mad about that. And then, adult life, got to go and figure that out and pay whatever money and get that fixed. And I don't even drive my car, but of course, the most damage that happens to it is a tree branch falling on it, because it ain't going to be me driving it. And then now, you know what time it is. It's 5 in the morning, so the neighbor's dog comes outside, roofing. And I remember, like, when I first heard that, I was like, man, shut your punk ass dog up. But now I realize which dog it is. And so, it's weird because it's the dog on the left. And I know it's him because his owner and them, they go to work now at this time. So I know it's him. And it's so weird because it carries all the way around the house. So you're thinking it's like, damn, where is it coming from? Is it on the right? Is it from this dog that lives in like a dog house behind or wherever it is? And I don't know, man. So we got the same lineup as the last time. And like I said, bro, these young dudes, they taking over the league. There's nothing you can really do with them because at the end of the day, if they're 16, 17, 18 now at this point, what you going to do? They only going to get better. If they came in at 60s, right? By the time you spin around, and some of them are going to be here till they're like 19, 20. They're not all going to get shipped off right away. You see Walsh, another guy that came in with Coolwick. So, shoot, right now, it's looking like they're getting it done by committee. It ain't one specific player that's just taking off on everybody. Like right here, that's crazy what he just did. In no way he did that. Now we got Alonso. It's another guy. I believe he's from Spain. He's not really a scorer like that. So when you have these midfielders that are usually guys that try to set things up, like he literally just went on a long run. And then, god damn, that was a goal. It might have been so Walsh is taking over right now. This is his second. And then last game, everybody had 1-1-1. So it wasn't no one dominating like that for real. But here in this matchup, yeah, it was Walsh. Not bad. One of the first African American players. Now that I'm looking at him, that's actually like good for us so far because everybody been European looking and light skinned Hispanic looking. He's our first brown skin. Am I tripping about that or is that true? Like I'm thinking, I don't know if I talked about this before, but there is some guys that are brown skinned that are Brazilian, but that's our first. He's black. Hey man, I don't know how to explain it because that's an ethnicity, right? The color of your skin's an ethnicity or a race or something. I don't know, man. I be reading a lot of stuff because I seen like the Zoe Saldana speech, Saldana, and everybody's like up in arms about like her nationality and race and ethnicity, and I'm so confused. Let me Google this, bro. Cause I like to be politically correct. Ethnicity versus race. So your ethnicity is your identification of people from different geographic regions. So him being from Netherlands, he is European, right? And then race, okay, is your physical appearance, so he is black. So yeah, he's the first. He wins man of the match. And he's one of the first good black players that we've had. And because it's weird when you say black, you think of like American, African American. But then you realize, okay, well, we're talking about the race and we're talking about skin color. So yeah, shit, he ain't freaking purple. This ain't big city greens. That boy ain't green. Man, I've been watching that for a little bit, man. I swear I love having children because, man, I never watched no damn Big City Green, and it's been out for a little while. The last little cartoon, and I know I went over this before in another video. I don't remember which sport or what, but I don't really watch cartoons no more, man, unless it's because I'm watching it with my children. So, like I said, the last cartoon I watched was like Boondocks that I watched for real. And then other than that, I mean, shit, I'm old. I'm getting old, man. So we got an offer here to renew our contract with Team USA, and we're gonna renew it. Like I feel like at first, what was it last year coming off the World Cup? I was trying to see if I could get a better job. Ain't no damn better job, man. This game is glitched out. You would think by now, right? I've been with this club for like what 2 years, like almost a full 2 years. Well, yeah, a full 2 years because it was July 28th, 2013. I'll remember that. You would think, damn, New England sucked. Yo, isn't that the club that Clint Dempsey had came up on? I think that's like what they're most famous for. They're ass. Kuwait and Nuno got off on them. Pause. But hey man, we running through this season. It's not really much resistance. Everything's moving, like I said, well-oiled machine. Everything's moving smoothly. We're like 9 points up in the East, so we're doing well. And now we're here in the final. And unfortunately, you know what time it is. We're going against Real Salt. Damn. Excuse me. Damn, that was a weird little 5-second increment of my life right there. Boy just stuttered. Called them boys Raw Salt Way. Called them everything, Rod Wave, everything but they name. And then I end up burping in the middle of it. And now my ribs hurt. Boy. So they've been playing well. I mean, they've won 2 of their last 3. So it's not like they're going to be a slouch. But basically what I was going to say before I got hit with like a tied tongue or tongue tie or the inability to speak was that we know it's going to happen. I don't like winning and being fake when I'm not supposed to. It's crazy though, because in all reality, yeah, they're going to have to beat us. But at this point with the 8 young guys, like I've said last year, with some of the situations, it makes sense. Like if you got 8 guys that are under 19 years old playing, and they all have to be under 19 because even the oldest guys that might have been 17 when I got them, well, no, that's not true. Because the guys that I got down 17, they're gone. So I might have a 20-year-old sprinkled in here somewhere, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. But I know, for example, a guy like Sam, who we just had got sent off, he was only 17. And then we got Lopez, who might be 18 right now. And then Coolwick might be the same age. Yeah, that whole little group right there with Collado and Rocha, they're all like the same age. So yeah, 18 might be the oldest, 19. That's good for me, I'm saying. That's playing and doing things. Because then you still got to think about Insua and those guys that came in. So we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, we got, 7. I just realized the goalkeeper. I forgot about that. We got Magellan in there getting a little play time. So one thing I just realized too, looking at my map, this actually should be Lopez's year. Chabi should be going off. It should be him. Coolwick is next up. But then we got Johnny Ortega. Obviously, bro, you got to be realistic. With all this talent around him, this is his real first time to shine for me, and obviously he took advantage. Because he better know, boy, you ain't going to get no more chances with this club. With these young dudes, you might see yourself getting sold soon. And not because if we lose, I got to have repercussions and make an example. No. Like, you will never get the chance to be a star. Not with the way I've been constructing this team and mostly looking for attackers for the last couple years where they got to get their shine. And like I said before, this is the best situation. And I look at it now from revisionist history where as we go through this, I'm going to have some young guys that's not going to get to play at the bigger levels, better levels. And I'm going to kind of miss the Red Bull situation where all these young guys are getting to play. They're obviously sucking right here because you see how many damn missed opportunities and we end up losing 2-1. God dang it. So Collado was the man of the match. And that was it for the U.S. Open Cup. We came, we saw, we conquered as much as we possibly could. We didn't really do too crazy. We only scored, 7 goals? And we gave up 2, 3, 5, and we still lost, which is odd. Scored 7, gave up 5, and didn't pull out the victory. But it is what it is, man. I ain't tripping. Pierce got injured. We ended up getting $183,000 to add to the budget. So now it's on to the next challenge. Shout out to Real Salt Lake. Real Salt Lake. What a name. And there it goes, the end of another one of my videos. I want to say thank you for watching. See you soon.